Now we go. All right, guys, welcome to Red Carpet. It is always a good day when it is a Red Carpet day again. Thank you for everybody who's coming out to kind of support Marsanne. It's wonderful to see everybody. We always have a lot of fun. If you don't know Marsanne, she's fantastic. She's been a very active member of the Red Carpet Committee. She's very engaged with the chamber. She's been with us for a long time, and she's got a really great story. So I recommend you take her out to coffee and get to know her a little bit. But a little bit about Marsanne. Marsanne is from a small town in Nebraska called Loup City or Loup City. She
Loop
might have to
City.
correct me. There it is, Marsanne. Thank you. She grew up in an idyllic setting of a small Midwestern town with about 10 brothers and sisters. Well, I should say not about. She has 10 brothers and sisters from loving parents. Her and her siblings are now all spread across the country, but they get together on Zoom every Sunday. They do that, at night. They share some laughs. They catch up. They talk with one another. So they're still very close, which is great to hear. She has two children that live in Tacoma and two stepdaughters that live here in Fort Collins. Marsanne's actually a grandma. She's got one granddaughter and she's got another one on the way. So pretty exciting stuff to be a grandma. I asked Marsanne how she got started in her field, and I'm just going to read you her answer. So Marsanne said to me, "My husband and I had sold our moving business in October of 2007 and had to quickly spend some money to get into our next business venture. Sportabout was a sporting goods store at the time and the only business available that they had at least just a little bit of interest in. We did not have the foresight to realize that we were buying a sinking ship. Due to the rise of online shopping that was kind of just starting out, couple that with the downturn of 2008, and we were quickly in big trouble. Chris, who's her husband, scraped together enough money to buy an embroidery machine and figured out how to use it. That was the beginning of what is now 12 years later, a full custom clothing shop. So a really cool kind of testament to their entrepreneurial spirit, their hard work. And we're going to actually watch a video in a little bit so you can actually see the facility, see the machines, and she's going to walk us through everything. Marsanne's a wedding celebrant on the side. She's done close to 150 weddings in the last 6 years. I can tell you she's fantastic at that because she actually married my lovely wife and me. So she was actually at the big day for myself. She's, and this was way before her and I even knew each other on red carpet. So it is kind of funny how small of a world and how big of a world at the same time we're all in. Marsanne was even kind enough to say that me, Chamber Chad, wrote the most romantic vow she's ever heard at a wedding. So she might just be feeding my ego a little bit, but maybe she's telling the truth. We'll see. What is something that not a lot of people know about Marsanne but should is she lived in a haunted house in San Francisco. So like I said, take her out to coffee. She's got some stories. And she was the owner of Marsanne's Cafe at one point. And that's where that was is actually where Lucille's now is. So I'm sure we're all aware of Lucille's. So pretty cool little backstory. I asked Marsanne if she would rather live in an underground city and never come to the surface for the rest of her life, or on a giant boat, never being able to step on dry land. She said, easy peasy, the boat, because of sunshine and fresh air. And I think I agree with that. I don't think I'd do good underground. So please help me welcome Marsanne to Red Carpet. We're going to learn all about her and we're going to give her our Red Carpet spirit fingers to welcome her on. There we go.
Woo-hoo.
All right, Marsanne, let me find your little box and we're going to make you the focus.
Okay, am I good to go?
You're good to go. So you let me know what you need from me. Are we doing the video first or are we?
No, I'm going to talk first a little bit about our business and we'll end with the video.
Perfect. So, you just tell me what you need from me and we'll do it.
Okay, thank you, Chad. And yes, truly, Chad is an amazingly romantic person, and the vows he wrote for his wedding really were beautiful. I love that. I loved that wedding. It was like 6 years ago, I think, or was that right?
You'd have to ask my wife. She knows better than me.
Yeah. See, romantic, right? Anyway, thank you, Chad. Thanks everybody for coming out. This is such a lovely, warm group. And I'm just really happy. I really appreciate everybody that came today. like Chad said, when we bought the business, it was a sporting goods store. And it has evolved into an embroidery printing shop. And it has just been a long and interesting journey, very challenging. And, you know, those challenges aren't over, as we all know, when it comes to owning your own business. But it's really a fun business. We get to work with a lot of interesting people, hear a lot of stories, and we really enjoy it. And my husband especially, he's from a manufacturing background, so it really does work well in his wheelhouse. Not so much me, I'm more the wedding celebrant type. That's really what I'm better at, but I do okay here and I do enjoy it. So a few things I wanted to talk about. One is the pandemic. We were very lucky because we do a lot of work for UC Health. So we were able to stay open. We had a big backlog of work when it hit, and then things have kept trickling in general. Some changes that has come about because of the pandemic is that we got rid of our last sport, which was swimming. So we no longer sell swimming retail. The only retail we do now is letter jackets and some sorority and fraternity stuff. We have fewer employees, our hours are a little bit shorter, but you know, we're still here 60, 70 hours a week. And our business is not what it used to be. We had really were, when pandemic hit, we were really turning a corner. And thank goodness we were, because that has carried us in this time. Our business really depends on the health of all the other businesses in town, and I wouldn't want it any other way. But you know, we work together with other businesses, and I'm really grateful for that. Our biggest market is B2B. So landscapers, plumbers, medical offices, farmers, restaurants and bars. Our biggest client is UC Health. And another big client historically are the event planners that do the big running races, like the people that do Firecracker 5K and Horsetooth Half. So whereas UC Health has not affected us, the running events have, because of course those haven't been going on. So and the pandemic's been really hard on them. We also are one of the few places in town that work with really small businesses. We do one-person businesses. We embroider their hats, we print their shirts, you know, one-person coffee roaster, landscape maintenance. A lot of the businesses you see at the farmers markets, we do their stuff. We understand why print shops and embroidery shops don't do small businesses. And the reason we do is, for one thing, we know that a small order can lead to a big order through word of mouth. We have the right equipment to do small orders. We really feel like these small businesses need to be represented wearing their gear. So we're glad to be part of that. And it's really very meaningful work. Like just yesterday, a guy came in, his father's funeral is today. He wanted a hat. His father had been a state trooper. This guy had just gotten into town, and he wanted a hat that signified that his father was a Colorado Rockies fan, his state trooper number, what that was, and his name across the back. And we were able to do that where most shops wouldn't. And so it's really meaningful work to work with small people. And speaking of other shops in town, we are one of many really talented, good shops in town, and we work closely with them. So I just like to give a shout out to our friends and competitors in the other shops that do what we do. I want to talk about one thing that you won't see in the video, and that is that we do web stores, and that's really been valuable to our business. So we do web stores for like club teams, for them to sell their fan gear to all the families. We do it for a lot of local running groups and other kind of groups that just want their members to be able to pick and choose. Do they want a jacket with their logo? Do they want a hat with their logo, a quarter zip, a t-shirt? They can go on to their web store, pick what they want, pay online. We usually have a single due date where we close the store. Then we do all the embroidery and printing. We package everything and they come pick it up. And so it's been a really good development in our business. We do it for a lot of high schools, middle schools, and elementary schools. We do it for some CSU groups because we are licensed for CSU. So right now we have web stores up for the CSU equestrian team and the CSU animal nutrition club. I mean, there's just they do a lot of things over there. And we also do web stores for Rocky Mountain High School PAC. We did one for a Rotary Club, which was really good, and we would like to do more of that type. I've always thought it would be great to do one for a local real estate group, but I haven't gotten a taker on that one yet. And the last thing I want to talk about before I show the video is that we do some really beautiful work. And our video doesn't show that. On the video, which was just me walking around with the camera, I just showed all the machines and I showed the store, but I didn't really concentrate on any of the work. So I just want to show you one example. Right now, this time of year, we're doing a lot of stoles for graduation. And this is one. I'll see if you can just see, this was for somebody graduating in one of the medical, with a medical degree of some sort. This is the crest we embroidered. This are some, Colorado flag. And then I'm not sure what that flag is. I didn't take the order. I didn't sew it. That's for sure. They don't even let me back in the production very often. And then these are her Greek letters and her class of 2020. So I wish we had one of the jackets that show the elaborate embroidery designs that we do. But anyway, at least you got to see a little bit of that. I think that's all. And so Chad, I think you can start the video and then I might, before we start, you'll see it opens right at our front door. We moved about 2 years ago from Campus West over to East Mulberry. Some of you saw our last red carpet when we were at Campus West. Now we're on East Mulberry. And so you'll see our new store. So, okay, Chad.
All right, perfect. So let me do this as what I'll do is I'll share my screen. We'll watch that video. And then Marsanne, you're good to talk over that video. I'll keep it on mute. I do want to remind the group, though, I've seen a few questions going to the chat. I apologize. I forgot to mention that at the beginning. So any questions you do have, please put them in the chat. And we'll make sure to save time at the end. And Marsanne can answer all of those good things. So I'm going to share my screen. So give me a second. All right, can everybody see my screen? Give me a thumbs up or a no. Thumbs up, okay. All right, still good?
Yep.
All right, perfect. All right, we'll start this video, Marsanne, and it is your show.
Thanks. Hopefully you won't get dizzy watching this. That was fairly random. So, Trad, we can't see anything yet. Chad?
All right, let me see what I can do.
As you started sharing, but it
says it's
engaged.
paused. Hang on, this is what happens in the Zoom world, gang. Is it's easy in practice, and then it doesn't work for you. So hang on. Let's see what we can do.
Stop your share and restart it.
Yeah,
Make
is
sure
that
you
what I
click
gotta
the
do?
bottom. Make sure you check the boxes at the bottom for optimizing the video.
Gotcha. See, there we go. See, red carpet's always bailing me out.
Yeah, no, Craig, it's not that minimalist.
Let's do this. All right, can you guys see it now?
There we
Yes.
go.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Let's start it again. All right, Marcian, I apologize. Go ahead, take it away.
Okay. Oh, we have two front doors. And right when you come in, you see our showroom, and that's kind of my baby where you can just, oh, that's our dog. That's really my baby. That's Albert Einstein. But there's some displays, like this is a display of clothing that runners would like. So we like it. Oh, I guess we're switching over to the letter jacket room, which is where I'm at right now. But we do beautiful letter jackets. We do them for all the 4 main high schools in town, but we do it for other schools also. Oh, there's me. And I just want to say we do a ton of work for Rocky, and we would love to do more work for other schools if anybody has connections. This is our showroom. You can look at all these. These are all different polos you can look at. This rack has jackets, vests, quarter zips, just a lot of nice things. We do thousands of hats, and now we do the leather patch hats, which are really popular. People love their hats with their logo on it. It's great branding. This just shows you great items of clothing like Carhartt and Dry Duck for construction company type businesses. This is just more, this is our rack of women's clothing, hoodies, sweatpants, things like that. Yeah, yes, all sizes can be got. There's way more stuff online. These are just samples of the thousands of stuff that then I can send people online. We still sell to the sororities and fraternities, and we make all this wooden stuff, and because paddles are a really huge thing for the sororities and fraternities. Okay, oh yes, so masks. We kind of tried to get into some of the masks business, and we do some, but it is not easy. It's hard to get what people want, hard to print it the way they want and get and find them in stock, but we do them. Okay, so this is production area. This machine, this is Riley, and this is our direct to garment printing, which is what allows us to do those smaller orders. We've had these for a couple years, and they do beautiful work. Chad, let's get into this. No, keep going. Let's stop here. This is my husband, Chris. He is